Welcome to the Wise Owl Knits podcast. Today we're going to talk about how you can use your yarn advent to really spark your creativity. But first, let me show you what I've been working on. The first thing is this vest, and I'll show you a close-up of it. This vest is almost done. I've still got to put some ribbing around the neckline and around the armholes, and then it'll be complete. I have intended to write this up as a pattern, but now I'm wavering on it a little bit. So let me know in the comments if you think that this is something that you would like to knit. It's the same on the front and the back, other than the front. Obviously, the crew neck comes down a little bit further. It's knit from the bottom up in the round, and then until you split for sleeves, and then it's back and forth. So I knit up the back first, and then I knit up the front and did a little shaping on the front neckline. I may or may not make that shaping a little bit lower. I'm just going to have to wait and see once I put the ribbing on whether I like it there or not. But anyway, if it's something you think you would like to knit, please let me know in the comments. I am also making a baby blanket with that same pattern. Okay, here is the baby blanket. I am loving the stitch pattern. This is the right side of the blanket that you're seeing here. This is the wrong side. So they are similar, but not the same, which makes it a great stitch pattern for a blanket because it doesn't matter which way it's laying, it's still going to look good on either side. Though, as I said, not exactly the same. This stitch pattern is cabled every 8 rows or every 8 rounds, but on the rounds that you're not cabling, it's basically a knit 2 purl 2 pattern with some repeats in that. But the knitting is very simple and meditative when you're not on the cable rows. And because it's knit 2 purl 2 pattern, that's what makes the cables be able to look good on both sides of the pattern. So it's kind of like doing a cable in ribbing, and the cables are slipping 6 stitches onto the cable needle and either holding it in the front or the back. So you're moving a whole rib section rather than just some stockinette stitches. So very, very fun to do, and a lot of knitting for the baby blanket just because it's wider, but most of the rows are really very simple to do, so good TV knitting. And if I come to the cable row and it's almost my bedtime, I know that that's a good place to stop because that's where I'm going to make a mistake and cable the wrong direction on something if I'm a little bit sleepy. So this baby blanket, I will definitely write this one up as a pattern. I'm just not sure about the vest. I do like it. I think I really like it a lot. I don't know if it's a commercially viable pattern or not, so I'm still thinking on that. So the only other thing that I finished, I may have shown these on the last podcast, is a pair of socks that I made on my circular sock machine. And I used some yarn that I've had for a long time from Alpaca with a Twist. So it was alpaca and a little bit of nylon. And most of the time with wool socks, I can wash them in the washer and they're fine. These felted slightly, and they're not too small, but they would be too small if I didn't put them on these sock blockers. But they're just a little more dense than most of my hand knit socks. So great for wearing around the house, but I just have to remember to pay attention to when I'm using different yarns that I don't normally use. So I love the color though. It's just a great color. So pair of socks on my CSM using yarn from Alpaca with a Twist. So it is alpaca yarn. It is a felting yarn. So maybe I'll hand wash these from now on. What I really wanted to talk to you about today was how to use your Advent to spark some creativity. And I know I talked about this in the last podcast, but now I've got more boxes open on my Advent calendar. I only got one Advent calendar, which is plenty. I got the Knitty McPurly Advent calendar, and it is for God so loved the world. So I've got this lovely card with it, and of course it's got John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. So the color inspiration is nature, and it's got lots of blues and greens. So if you can see so far, we're really in the blues and starting to get a little bit in the green. So I'm at day 11 right now. Today is December 11th. Oh my gosh, so close to Christmas. I did go out and do a little bit of Christmas shopping this morning, so I feel a little bit better, but I've been feeling kind of behind. I don't know about you, but she's coming quickly. I do want to say that these full skeins are ideas that I have for mixing with my Advent to make the whole thing go a little bit further. So I've looked at these here first are all Knitty McPurly yarns. Morel. My Advent is a DK Advent, so it's Dubrovnik DK. So I've got the Morel. I've also got Fathom, which is a really dark blue. And it may be, I won't know until I open all of them, but there may be something just as dark as this in the calendar. So that's a possibility. And then I've also got this one, and this is Beryl as the color. So it's definitely close to some of these too. So I may need more contrast. The Morel may be a better contrasting color because it's not included in the shades in the Advent. At least I don't think it is, but I won't know until I get everything opened. I also pulled out another fingering. Oh, this is a fingering weight and I need DK. Well, I could use this held double, but I thought this dark gray might look good with it too. Now, I'm not deciding exactly what I'm going to do until I've opened everything, but I've got a couple of possibilities. And one is a poncho that is just a long triangle, a long rectangle with the short side sewn onto the long side. And got this pattern, easy breezy poncho, and specifically only looking at this for the dimensions of the rectangle, because this is knit with a fingering weight yarn and size 13 needles, and I'm not going to do something as loose as that. I will either be doing a fade, maybe in stockinette, or maybe in garter stitch, or more likely something with mosaic color work where I slip stitches, but I would arrange my yarns probably in a way I would not, if I did that, I would not use them in the order that they're in. I would mix and match them so that there were always contrasts between the colors. So that's one of my possibilities. And as I said, not going to make any firm decisions until the whole thing is open. But it's fun to think about and fun to come up with new ideas as I see the yarns and as I just look at various patterns that are out there and think of ways that I might be able to modify those to make a fun pattern to use with Advents. There are 25 20-gram minis, so I think they're 49 yards each. So it's a good amount of yarn in each one, and about 1,200 and some yards altogether. Another possibility is a poncho, and I've shown you this one before too. It's called Corey In for Advent, and it starts at the top with a turtleneck in a contrasting color, a full skein, and then uses the Advents going down. The one thing I worry about with this, because there are increases as the poncho grows larger and comes away from the neck, that the stripes are going to start off as fairly thick stripes and then get thinner and thinner as you've got more and more stitches going around the poncho. And I'm not sure that's the look that I want. Now, if I did that with this particular Advent, I probably would use the colors in order so that it just fades from one to another and you don't really see definite stripes on that. So I probably would not do any color work, whether it's mosaic or stranded, with that, just because the colors do naturally blend one to another. And I think it would be very pretty just to be in stockinette stitch or garter stitch, and you can just watch as the colors fade one to another. Another possibility is maybe to do some type of a colorwork sweater similar to this. This is a DK weight sweater that was just an off-the-cuff sweater for me. I used dimensions from some other patterns that I had, and I started off at the top. I did this doodle pattern on my iPad, and from that made the sweater. And I fully intended to make this a pattern, but as I was going, I just started getting worried about these circles right in the bust area and how on different sizes it was going to hit people differently, and I didn't want to have two big circles right on the middle of somebody's breast. So I think this is one of my favorite sweaters, and the yarn is from Mystery Mouse. She put the color combination together for me. I kind of told her what I was thinking about, and she figured it out, and it was a win. Holly's very, very good at that. So if you develop a relationship with dyers and you want something that is a little bit different than what they have, they may just be able to do that for you. So it's always worth asking. The worst that happens is they say, no, I'm going to stick with the colors that I offer and that's it. But they may be willing to do something specific just for you. So my point here today is really just to help you be creative in your knitting process. There are tons of patterns out there, and there are patterns that you can use as a palette to create something that is unique just to you. So you're designing the sweater. It doesn't have to be something that you write a pattern for and you sell it. If that's something that you're not interested in, you definitely do not have to do that. But you can design for yourself or for your loved ones. You can always improvise on the patterns that are there and add to it or take things away or do things just a little bit differently. Maybe it has a ribbed collar and you would rather do an I-cord collar or a rolled collar. You can do things the way that works for you. And as you do that, as you experiment, you figure out what you like and what you don't like, what you might want to do different the next time. So using your Advent to spark your creativity is, I think, a great, great idea. Who knows what this is going to become? I certainly don't know until I do it. But I'll start showing it to you in January once I've opened all these, or the end of December, maybe even. Anytime after Christmas Day. Thank you all so much for watching today. I really appreciate you being here with me. It's a snowy day here in Indianapolis and a good day to be inside, snuggled up by the fire and knitting. If you like what you saw today, please leave me a like or a comment. I want comments. Leave me some comments. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Good to see you all. Bye.